guys, welcome back. So I have a really great video for you today. These are going to be my top 5 favorite foundations. And I have 4 that are drugstore and 1 that's high-end. You can probably guess the high-end because I talk about it all the time. But it's just my holy grail. So, you know, for the longest time I didn't have any drugstore foundations that I really loved. But I really feel like YouTube has helped me find some that I really enjoy. So I've got some great ones to tell you about today. None of these break me out, so that's really important. I do have sensitive skin, not ridiculously sensitive, but it's sensitive and slightly acne prone, so things do break me out. Not like huge cystic, but little bits, you know, different places. So none of these break me out. I will say some of them are ones that I know I can 100% trust. Like if my skin is freaking out, there are certain ones here that I know will not bother my skin, and I'll point those out to you. So I'm going to talk about the formula of them, the coverage, and the staying power. Just so you know, I have oily combination skin. I mostly get oily in my T-zone area. My cheeks are pretty normal, so that's kind of the scenario I'm up against, or, you know, oh, it's such a fight. I'm up against the situation, but no, that's my skin type. So that's what I'm kind of looking at when I'm looking for a foundation, is something that will be about medium to full coverage. I don't mind light coverage, but I want it to have great lasting power, staying power. I want it to look the same when I apply it as it does 6 hours later. I want it to look the same 6 hours later as it did when I applied it. You know what I mean. I want it to look right, so I want it to look nice, and maybe that's not so realistic, but that's what I'm going for. So I'm going to tell you about my foundations, and we'll just jump right on in. Okay, the first one that I really love is the L'Oreal Magic Nude Liquid Powder Bare Skin Perfecting Makeup, and I wear it specifically with the Benefit Stay Flawless 15-Hour Primer. I love these together because this is a very light coverage foundation, like liquid. The formula is like liquid. The coverage is very light. I wear it in Nude Beige 316. Let me just show you. Ooh, I just want a smidgy. There you go. You can see. I made it. It is like water. Like it just dribbles down your hand. Kind of smells like alcohol. The smell does not bother me at all. It just kind of smells clean. And the texture is almost like a primer. It's very kind of silicone-y feeling. I hope that the... it's not going in and out of focus because I'm trying to show you, but I have my autofocus on. So anyway, it has an interesting texture like a silicone, but the reason I like them together is because the staying power of this is not that great. So when I tried it by itself, it did not last on my skin. It got patchy on my forehead and my nose, but wearing it with this, I really liked it. So these together, definitely one of my favorites. So I told you, my color doesn't break me out, the formula is liquidy, the coverage is light, and the staying power is not that great unless you wear it with a primer. So that's my first favorite. On to the next. Okay, next is my CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 Foundation plus Sunscreen. And I wear it in 820. Again, this one doesn't break me out. The formula on this is kind of thicker. It's like a thick liquid. In between a liquid and a mousse. It's not a mousse, but it's just a little thicker. And the coverage on this is medium to full. I mean, it pretty much covers up everything. I am wearing it today, and I really, really enjoy this foundation. Smell-wise, it just kind of smells like a foundation. The smell doesn't bother me at all. Lasting power, it lasts really well on my skin. I feel like it stays intact. I feel like I always get a little oily. That just kind of happens with my skin, but I feel like this one definitely holds up well. You'll notice the colors of these, you might be going, these do not look like the same color foundation. It's because I'm not consistent with my sunless tanning. One day I'll be tan, 2 days later my tan has worn off and I don't feel like doing it. So then I'm white again. And then I'll do it and then I'm super tan. So I just kind of try to pick something in between, and I kind of darken my skin with bronzers if I need to, or lighten with powders if I need to. So that's why these are not always consistent in colors. So anyway, I wear 820 in this and I really enjoy it. I feel like it's a great foundation from the drugstore, and it's awesome. Okay, next is my Almay TLC Truly Lasting Color Foundation, and I mix 2 colors. This is the 16-Hour Makeup This is an older bottle and it says Skin Nourishing Longwear. This is the newer bottle and it doesn't say that. But I mixed Naked 160 and Beige 240, and together I think they work really well together. I love this foundation. The texture of it is it's pretty thick. It's like just kind of a thick liquid. A little bit thicker than the CoverGirl. So it's in between a liquid and a mousse. It's not a mousse, but I kind of say that because it's, when I say liquid, I mean it's not like it's gonna drip. It's just a thick liquid foundation. Coverage wise, it's very full coverage. So if there's anything negative to say about it, that would be the one negative, is that you really have to want full coverage. It's hard to get this to be lighter coverage. So you need to really want that. So some days it feels not necessarily heavy, but I mean, it's full coverage. So you gotta really want that. And if you're wanting something light, this is not the foundation for you. But you know, the one that says Skin Nourishing Makeup, it's so weird because I don't think it's oily at all. I think it stays really well. The lasting power on this is probably one of the best that I'm gonna mention. I think it's, yeah, really good lasting power. And this one right here is one of the two that I'm gonna mention that if my skin is freaking out and breaking out, I can use this foundation and it's not gonna bother my skin. This one and my Holy Grail. So I think this is a great foundation. It's not talked about very often, but for me, I love it. I think it's awesome. So that's the next one. On to the next. Okay, next is the Boots No. 7 Beautifully Matte Foundation, and I wear it in Cool Beige. This one's good for my kind of tan skin, so when I haven't been tanning, it's a little bit dark. So for winter time, when I'm not keeping up with it at all, I'll probably need something different. This one is a little bit thicker. Oh, I didn't talk about the smell of the Almay. No smell. I don't smell anything with that one. Just maybe a little bit of a foundation smell, but not enough that I even notice. Okay, back to this one. Obviously this is a darker color, but the formula of this is a little bit thinner than the Almay and the CoverGirl, in my opinion. Smell, from far away it's fine. When you get right up next to it, it's kind of a funky smell. So, I mean, not bad enough that it's a problem. I just smell it when I'm putting it on my skin and I'm kind of like, ew, what is that? But it goes away, so it's not a big deal. So there's that one. Formula, I talked about the thickness of it. The thickness of it. The coverage it is medium to full. This will pretty much cover up anything you need to cover up. It is very matte. The staying power of it is awesome. I find that it's looking good hours later. I may have to pat a little bit, but I feel like it's wonderful. So that is definitely one of my favorites. You can get this at Target. It is an international, it's I think a British brand, Boots, but it is available at Target. So I think it's awesome. It's my second in line. I'm going in order of I like it up to my favorite. Okay, so now we're moving on to my favorite. Okay, my Holy Grail, you guys already know what it is. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. I wear it in Desert Beige, and I just love it. Coverage wise, or no, let's go formula. Formula wise, I don't want to use a lot because it's not cheap, because this is a high-end foundation. Formula wise, it's probably similar to the Boots in that it's not going to run, but it blends wonderfully. I mean, it is fantastic. See, this one I was color matched when I was lighter. I just love it. This foundation covers anything you want to cover. And the thing with this is that it has a reputation for being a full coverage foundation. And it can be, but you can make it lighter. Like with this one, I just either use less on my brush and just kind of spread it all over, or you can mix it with your moisturizer or apply it maybe with a damp sponge. I haven't tried that, but I'm assuming it would work. So, you know, a lot of times in stores when people are like, oh, what kind of foundation do you wear? And I'll mention this one, they're like, oh yeah, that's a really good full coverage foundation. And yeah, it is, but it's not like, I mean, you can make it what you want it, basically. It's easier, like this one, the TLC, you're pretty much stuck with a full coverage, but I guess you could mix that with a moisturizer too. But this one I feel like it's just thinner because it's a thinner formula. I love it. Staying power is wonderful. It lasts so well on my skin. The best probably of any of these. The TLC and that one are the best as far as staying power goes. This foundation, if my skin is freaking out, I know I can always depend on this. I always go back to this one if I'm having any kind of trouble with my skin. That's my tried and true, not gonna bother my skin anytime. It's just great. I love that foundation. It's wonderful. Well worth the money. So those were all of my favorites. I hope that this was really helpful for you and gave you some great information. Please let me know what some of your favorite foundations are in the comment section below. I will tell you, I tried a lot of foundations and I'm super picky, but there are definitely ones I haven't tried, so I would love to hear your suggestions and see if there's something else I should give a go. So yeah, I'm really excited to find all these and that I've really found kind of an arsenal of foundations that I love. So I hope this was helpful. Please thumbs up this video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!